What's happening, everyone? This is Uncle Devin, the children's drum cussionist, coming to you with another great episode of We Nation Podcast. That's where we come and talk to you about so many different things in the We Nation community. And don't forget that We Nation stands for Watoto Entertainment and Education. And Watoto is an African Swahili word that stands for children. And so this is part of our We Nation series. Of course, there's the We Nation Radio. That's a 24/7 online children's music platform that provides the best in family-friendly global beats for little feet. And we stream R&B, hip hop, funk, jazz, reggae, calypso, go-go, and world music, primarily those genres that target the marginalized and the black community. So we want you to come tune in. You can find us on Roku TV, on Amazon Fire, Hey Google, Amazon Alexa, as well as you can go straight to We Nation Radio, and that's our email address. But you can go straight to wenationradio.com. Listen 24/7, commercial free, family friendly, culturally relevant music. So make sure you tune in. But listen, I want to be able to share with you someone that's helped us to build our show, especially every Wednesday. We have a show in Washington, D.C. and in Portland, Oregon. But we're on the FM network station. It's the We Nation Radio program on WPFW 89.3 FM every Wednesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. And then also in Portland, Oregon on KBOO Radio 90.7 FM every other Thursday. And part of our series is we love to be able to have storytelling, story time. And if you listen to the show, you've heard our next guest because she's a regular on there. One, we featured her when we first started doing the series with a beautiful story that she had on her album, and she's going to tell you a little bit about that. But also, you will hear her songs, a story, and Gather Round. I want you to help me welcome to the We Nation podcast, the one and only Tahira the Storyteller. Welcome to We Nation.
I'm so excited to be here, Uncle Devin. How are you, my friend?
I am doing great. It is definitely great to see you and have you here. And first and foremost, before we even jump into anything else, talk. Let the audience know who you are and what you do.
I am a storyteller. I spell my name with all capital letters legally because I have an awesome responsibility to share stories from the African diaspora. That means whether the stories are in Africa, whether it's America, whether it's in the Caribbean, and share that with little people and elders and everyone in between. So that's what I do. I pay my mortgage, pay my utility bills, get food by telling stories about black people. And you know how we do. It's not simply storytelling. Like art is not separate for Africans, right? So in a
Yes.
story, there's song, there's call and response, there's community, there's engagement, and the experience of storytelling is created in the moment with the audience as well, even in a digital space. So that's what I do. I'm a storyteller from the African tradition.
Absolutely. And so I'm glad to be able to interview you because you have something big coming up on August 5th, 2021. Talk a little bit about that.
I'm so excited. So my single Freedom Call is the winner of a Independent Artist Award from the Delaware Public Media, and we won for Best Collaboration. And my single Freedom Call was released a year ago on August 5th, and so we won for the year of 2020. And so to mark the first anniversary, I'm going to release a music video. And the folks on this single, the reason why I won Best Collaboration, because it's not just myself, it's a collection of really talented, like incredibly talented artists, and we collectively call ourselves Delaware Artists for Change. So the music video is being launched on Thursday, August 5th. It's both an in-person and live stream event. So no matter where you are in the world, on August 5th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., you can check out the video of Freedom Call.
Wow, that is great. So make sure we tune in. And I was posting up your website and the best ways for people to connect with you. The first and foremost, they can always go to your website at tahiraproductions.com.
You
And
got
for
it?
those that are listening and not watching, again, she spells Tahira, all caps, Tahira Productions. And so make sure you go there or follow her on her Instagram page at Tahira Storytell. TAHIRA Storytell. And so, I mean, and I'm loving the videos. I think they should go to your Instagram page now and see the build up for it, and see the connections, and see the reunions that are taking place, which is phenomenal. So that's, again, that's on August 5th at what time?
From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. The first part of it is going to be you get to hear about the artist and the genesis of the song. There's over 12 artists on this cut, and you get to hear the genesis of the song, the genesis of the music video, the meaning behind it, how it come to be, and then you
Mhm.
get to see the music video for the first
Okay.
time.
Wonderful. So now, and in fact, I know that you've been doing storytelling for a while, and that you do a number of different things. And I believe it was that you were nominated for a Homie Award.
Yeah, so the actual Freedom Call single won the Homie Award.
No, that's what you said.
From
Yes.
yeah, Delaware Public Radio, and they service like all of the Philadelphia metropolitan area. So that's all of Delaware, South Jersey, Lehigh Valley, and we won that award. I was like over the moon, because in some ways it's like my first single that's not connected to story. Like I've written songs, but it's always
Hmm.
connected to story or there's storytelling. This was straight music, if you know what I mean. Like it
Sure.
wasn't connected to storytelling. So
Sure.
to win an award out the box with it, it's just like, woo!
That's wonderful. And you also say that you earn your living as a storyteller, and this is going everywhere. The good thing about COVID-19 is that we've learned how to use technology. Do you offer classes and residencies and others online for if the people anywhere want to reach you? Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah, so at my website, tahiraproductions.com, you can reach me, and I do workshops. I do a series of workshops. That means a residency when it's like more than one in a series, as well as performances. And you can get that as a virtual experience, live streamed, or you can get it recorded. And that you know, Uncle Devin, just like you
Mhm.
said, that there are a lot of challenges with this pandemic, but like with every challenge, there's also blessings in that. And so
Absolutely.
having to pivot to virtual, and I don't know about you, I know you really savvy technology. I came into this whole experience like saying, no, it's the African oral tradition. We
Yeah.
supposed to be in each other's breast space. I can't do it. This is horrible. I was having a tantrum. I'm not going to tell
Yeah.
the
We all
little
did.
babies, Mama Tahira was having a tantrum.
But you found
But
the solution, and you've even started a YouTube video series called "Artist Tips Stop Starving." Stop starving. Right? Is that what it's called?
yeah, stop starving and start thriving. Like
Start
stop
thriving.
being a
Yes.
starving artist. Like that
Come
whole
talk to me.
concept is like you gotta struggle, especially
Hmm.
musicians. Oh, you gotta
Yes.
pay your dues. You gotta struggle. You gotta be darn near homeless
Hmm.
to be valued as an artist. And I reject that.
Thank you.
I reject that not just on like a philosophical way. My life is living proof that that's not so. You know,
Exactly.
and I always say our ancestors that paved the way. We do not have to struggle.
That's right.
The way has already been paved. So no, you don't have to do that. So my YouTube series of artist tips shows you. I actually give you strategies that I've used, resources that I've used to be a full-time artist since 1996.
Hmm.
Long time,
Wow.
a long time. But it's possible, and that's not to say it all has been easy. Just like with everything else, there's some challenges with it, but I
Hmm.
still made a life for myself and a life for my family.
Well, I want to talk a little bit more about that because I know that as an artist, and it's been a struggle to get other artists to realize that these services and these that first of all we pay taxes like everyone else, but there's been so many opportunities and people begging for us to come and take advantage of free money, very reduced money, and so I've probably helped close to 15 artists. I literally pushed them to the end line to make sure that they take advantage of this. Talk a little bit about. I know you say your three-part series, so each one of the videos you will walk artists on through the process on how to not be a starving artist and be a thriving artist. Is that
Yes, and there's several
yeah?
parts. I try to put one out every few weeks,
Hmm.
and like you said, that's wonderful. And we have such a wonderful community that we do help each other in this way. And I'm
Yes.
giving away this information on YouTube for
Yes.
free. I used to charge for. I used to be a coach with artists and one on one, and that tended to be like a struggle, you know. And I said, you know
Hmm.
what? In some ways, just giving it away on
Hmm.
YouTube might just be easier. But I do walk you through that.
Hmm.
You're right. During this time, the one thing I say over and over again: artists, your business.
Thank
No
you.
matter which way
Period.
you cut it. artist, your business. You can call yourself an artistpreneur. What's the other one? Artivist,
Yes.
an activist,
Hmm.
whatever you want to call it. But a business person, an entrepreneur, is somebody that has a product or service, and
Hmm.
somebody pays for it.
Yes.
And that's what we do.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we do. So in that, you have opportunities. There's grants available. I mean, straight out, here's some money grants
Just
available.
straight. I mean, look,
Federal,
I'm got it.
county,
Got it.
state. Yes, right. And like
Yes.
yes, and even some are loans, but they're low cost, and some of them can be forgiven.
Yes.
And this is even true outside of COVID. Like even before
Yes.
COVID happened, like every state has a small business development center that's free for all
Member.
businesses. You go sit down, you get a coach, they walk you through it. I know I'm preaching to the choir
No,
with
no,
you.
no, 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 no. We're talking about, but we're talking to all of our peers because I'm sending it
Yes,
to
we
all
are.
of them. Yes.
Yes.
Because I know
Yes.
my wife and I, we're business partners. So the Uncle Devin show is not just Uncle Devin; it's both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And we work through our Small Business Development Center in Washington D.C. We're now a certified small minority business in D.C. And
That's
and
wonderful.
it's as an artist, there's very few artists that do that, but that gives us certain advantages now because when you're a certified business, every jurisdiction has a set aside program for small minority businesses. Don't and if you're a women minority owned business, if you're a veteran minority women owned business, you get more preferences and opportunities. So people do have to look at themselves as artists, and as I say, and what I'm committed to, especially here in Washington D.C., is to go from being dependent to independent artists. That's to me
Yes.
is the goal. So I love the series. I was so happy when I saw you came out with that.
Yes, absolutely. And just a correction on the YouTube. So for YouTube, it's Tahira Productions.
Oh,
For
okay. All
YouTube,
right.
no
All
worry.
right. We'll fix
Yeah.
that. We'll fix that
All right.
also to hear
Awesome. But
production. Okay.
I want to also just adjacent piggyback what you said about getting certified. And yes, like when you are a business and you're certified in a certain category, whether that like you mentioned, whether that is you're a member of the global majority. That's my
Yes.
language. I don't use
Oh,
that
okay.
minority nonsense.
There you go.
You're a member of the global majority. If
Uh-huh.
you are a woman-owned business and so forth, all those categories, there's money set aside just for those type of businesses, just like you said, that they have to reach
Yes.
out. There are people who reach out to me and say, "Can you partner with me so we can go through your certification?" Be
Hmm.
careful with that because
Hmm.
they should be aligned with you and values and everything else. I used to say no to those things,
Yep.
but
Yep.
it does give you an advantage. And these coaches at the Small Business Development Center will walk you through, hold your hand. That's their job.
Yes.
Hold your
Yes.
hand through every process. Hold your hand to getting certified with the SAM system, which is the
Yes.
federal
Oh.
government
Whew.
system to get money. Hold your hand,
Yes.
and
Yes.
it is cumbersome.
Yeah. But it's. I mean, but what?
But
It's not that bad. I mean, it's just tedious. It's not hard. It's just
tedious. Yeah,
tedious. Mhm.
yeah.
And
It
some
requires a lot of attention.
Yeah, and I'm going through the SAMS process right now,
Hmm.
and there's a couple of little technical things that we had to clear up with IRS or something, and so we're putting that together now. But my thing is that's what I'm doing now, so that I don't have to sit here and just be waiting for someone to call me and say, hey, can you do this residency for some? No, no, no. I cannot rely on arts organizations to be my bread and butter. I got to rely on myself, and
That's
so
right.
that way now I'm entering in a more equal partnership with these arts organizations instead of a dependent one. I may
Right.
not take it if it suits my business plan. Cool. If it doesn't, I got other means to make a living, and that's what we want to help share with the
I
artists.
heard you say business plan. Like, what? You got a plan? What? You got a plan? Yes.
Gotta get that
Write it
business
down.
plan.
Write it down. Write it down. So when people
That's it.
come to you, you know what your vision is, and you have a barometer to measure
Hmm.
what they're offering to you,
That's
and
right.
the and when like you said, you could be independent. And what this should have shown us, is, I
Hmm.
think we should know this already. What the pandemic shows us is this
Hmm.
relationship with artists. I know the Teaching Artists Guild had put out a video, like
Yes.
Dear Art Organizations.
Hmm.
You do not have to come to these art organizations with hat in hand. Oh, please give me. You are their business model.
That's it.
Without you, they don't exist. And you come to
Exactly.
the table with that power
That's right.
in your hand. You come to the table saying yes to this and no to this, and don't feel like, oh, they called me. Oh, thank you so much.
Exactly.
No. And they haven't changed they haven't changed the daily rate in at least at least 15 years. They haven't
That's
changed the
right.
daily rate for residencies.
That's
That's not
right.
okay.
No,
Bread is
inflation
going
goes
up.
up. Yep.
Vegetables is going up.
That's right.
Like
That's right. It's getting worse now with the pandemic and food shortages and these food deserts going on. So yeah, so please take advantage of. Go to her YouTube page, and did I get it right? Tahira
yep, you got
Productions.
it. Yep, you
Okay.
got it.
Check out those series. Pass it on to someone else. I just helped a friend. She's not an artist in our sense. She's a masseuse.
Okay.
But had no idea and didn't know anything about the, let's say, the Paycheck Protection Program, for example. And she was eligible. When I say thousands of dollars, I mean
Wow.
thousands of dollars. And she wasn't going to do it. I actually did the application for her, with her rather, because she needed some. She wanted to walk through it. And then after she did it, she was like, "That wasn't hard at all." I said, "No, that's what I've been trying to tell you." And it's
It's
and then
really, really not that bad. It really isn't,
yes,
and it's the same. You have to whatever whether it's like tending to a garden. You got to pull the
yes,
weeds. You got to plant the
yes,
seed. You got to water it if you want a harvest to come in the spring, right?
that's right.
And this is all we're doing when we take those steps. And shout out to you, Uncle Devin, to take that
Hmm.
time, to help a peer and to help a colleague. We have a
Yes,
beautiful community.
yeah, we
I know
do.
in the D.C. area, Maryland, Philly area, and Delaware. I love artists, and I want us to win because I'm telling you,
Hmm.
if nobody doubts this now, right? That
Hmm.
during this pandemic, what did you go to for joy? What did you
Yes.
go to for healing? What did you
Hmm.
go to for inspiration? You went to the arts.
That's right.
The work that we do not only matters, the work that we do makes the human experience better.
Yes,
You
they
know,
absolutely do. I mean, look at Versus what's my man? What's the DJ? I can't think of his name. Why is it slipping me? I
oh,
follow him
oh, oh, not
on
DJ.
Instagram. Yeah,
I follow too. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
D
but look at
Nice,
how that
D Nice,
yeah, how
and the
that whole
whole
thing blew up and saved a lot of people. It just changed the
saved them.
mindset. And what we do for children, I mean, the fact that very few focus on children of African descent, that to me is even more important. So again, let's give the
Absolutely.
information for your video release on August
Yes.
5th. Share that information again.
Video release, Freedom Call, world premiere video release of Freedom Call, August 5th, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. is going to be live streamed from my Facebook page, Tahira Productions, which you got there. It's going to be live streamed on my YouTube page, Tahira Productions. And you get a chance to meet the artists on it. You get a chance to hear the genesis behind this award-winning, the
Yes.
Homie Award for Best Collaboration, the award-winning single that was put out by our collective called the Delaware Artists for Change. You get to ask questions of the artists, live. And of course, if you can't see it live, you can listen to it on replay. But it's going to be an extraordinary night, I promise.
All right. Well, I am so excited. I'm going to tune in, make sure I see it, be a
Yay.
part of that. And again, I just want to thank you for even allowing us to use your music during our story time on We Nation Radio. You are certainly a part of the We family, as we always say. It's not my
Yay.
nation, it's We Nation. So thank you
Yes,
so
I
much
feel
for
a
that.
part of the family, and thank you for including my voice. Just thank you so much. My song, A Story, to know that it's being heard, everywhere. I
Yes.
love it. I love it
Oh,
because the hook is let it come, let it go. So I give it to
yeah.
you, and then you give it to somebody else, and it's
That's it.
reciprocity. That's how we keep the love going. Yeah,
Well, I love that. And thank you again for being a guest here on We Nation Podcast.
honor and a pleasure, good brother. Honor
All
and a
right.
pleasure. All
All
right.
right. And for those of you all here, you heard the awesome Tahira. Make sure you go and we still have her information up YouTube page, Tahira Productions, or go to her website, tahiraproductions.com. And again, she spells Tahira all caps at Tahira. Uh, I am Uncle Devin. You can always visit us at wenationradio.com. Pass it on. Do you know that there's this thing of music adultification where we force our children to listen to inappropriate adult music? Well, if we want to change what's going on here, we have to change the mindset. And the best way to do that is through music and arts. So tune into We Nation Radio, where we provide culturally relevant, age appropriate music for our community. But listen, I got to get out of here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I am Uncle Devin, the children's drum cushionist. And as I always say, life is a drum. So beat it.